50 key speakers at the India Economic Summit cutting across different industries, and you can't not discuss the financial markets. I'm extremely excited to be in conversation with Rashesh Shah, one of the biggest names in the financial markets of Edelweiss. Following that up with a discussion between Rashesh Shah and Sandeep Sikka of Nippon India Mutual Fund. And in this discussion, we will look at creating wealth for all and what it means to have that billionaire mindset.
The India Economic Summit over the years has become a very successful conclave for deliberation. It's become a platform for vision.
As the Union Finance Minister, steering the country through the most difficult and the most unprecedented of times with her calm and cool demeanor. Ms. Sitharaman knows well enough how many cynics there are in this country, but I must say it, you have taken the country through many, many crises. One of its best-known spokespersons, and now as the Union Finance Minister, steering the country through the most difficult and the most unprecedented of times, and the grace with which she has led the country's economy at a time when all the doomsday prophets said no, it couldn't be done.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Good evening and welcome. Rahul Gandhi's decision as leader of the opposition to openly boycott the swearing-in ceremony of the new Chief Justice of India, Justice Sanjeev Khanna, is the #1 talking point tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, as leader of the opposition, you have to attend these events, if nothing else but to show your respect for the institution of the Supreme Court and the office of the Chief Justice of India. Rahul Gandhi has chosen to boycott this event because he is pro-emergency, because he holds a personal grudge with not just Justice Sanjeev Khanna, but with the entire family of Justice Khanna. And that is because Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna's uncle, Hansraj Khanna, is the individual who had opposed Indira Gandhi during the emergency. If you remember, our present Chief Justice's uncle, Hansraj Khanna, was in the Supreme Court, and he gave the dissenting verdict on the issue of the emergency, and therefore he argued for upholding civil liberties. He took a diametrically opposite position to that of Indira Gandhi, and Indira Gandhi was so vengeful. She hated the fact that Justice Sanjeev Khanna's uncle Hansraj Khanna questioned her, that she denied him the post of Chief Justice of India despite his being the senior most judge. So she broke the convention to take on Justice Hansraj Khanna and deny him the position of Chief Justice of India, thereby ending his judicial career much lower than what he was destined to be. That's how vengeful Indira Gandhi was. Now, Rahul Gandhi hates the fact that the person who took on Indira Gandhi, his nephew, has through merit and hard work, after almost, I would say, 40 or almost 40 years as an advocate, become the Chief Justice of India after almost 20 years of a judicial career. But I cannot believe that the person who holds the office of Leader of Opposition can be so petty-minded, can be so narrow-minded, that he goes so far as to say that I don't agree with the fact that this gentleman has become Chief Justice of India because he had opposed my grandmother, and since I am pro-emergency, I will not even attend the swearing-in. Ladies and gentlemen, this exposes completely all these false claims of being pro-civil liberties and all that. I always knew it's rubbish, but by doing so, Rahul Gandhi has also indicated that he's going to take on the Chief Justice of India, and the new Chief Justice of India will be the target of all the left liberals, like Justice Chandrachud was. Ironically, Justice Chandrachud, when he became Chief Justice, was first seen to be the hope of the left liberals, but after the Ayodhya verdict, after a few verdicts, he became the target of the entire left liberal lobby. Ladies and gentlemen, all said and done, it's disgraceful that Rahul Gandhi, as leader of the opposition, has boycotted the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Justice of India. And I can assure you, this is not going to go unnoticed. That's debate one tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on debate one, I'm also joined by S. Gurumurthy on whether Rahul Gandhi should have done that. And I have a debate on that at 8:30 p.m. tonight, viewers. There is a growing cry for the Sanatan Board. And at 9 o'clock tonight, the debate in Maharashtra, as the elections approach, becomes increasingly communal. The Congress wants to unite Muslims and the BJP wants to unite Hindus. That's what it's come down to. Ladies and gentlemen, and here are the headlines this Monday evening on the debate tonight. Rahul Gandhi boycotts the oath-taking ceremony, the swearing-in ceremony of the Chief Justice of India, openly showing his differences with the new Chief Justice, whose uncle had opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency. Amidst the nationwide emergency over the Wakf arbitrarily grabbing the lands of farmers and people across the country, the chorus has become much louder for a Sanatan Board. Just 9 days to go for the elections in Maharashtra, vote jihad has become the #1 political issue. Devendra Fadnavis claims vote jihad has begun in poll-bound Maharashtra. Reports claim, and then have been denied by the Russians, that US President-elect Donald Trump spoke to Russian President Vladimir Putin, advising him not to escalate the ongoing Ukraine war. And Asia's largest news center, the Republic Media headquarters, India's largest news complex, is hosting India's most high-profile business economy event tomorrow. The Honorable Chief Finance Minister of India, Nirmala Sitharaman, will be the keynote speaker and the chief guest. ladies and gentlemen, as I said, the biggest talking point is Rahul Gandhi's decision to boycott the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice of India. This is being linked to the fact that the Honorable Chief Justice of India's uncle, Justice Hansraj Khanna, had opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency, and Rahul Gandhi, of course, continues to bear that grudge against the Khanna family, a family of legal luminaries. Let's debate.
इसको हम कभी छूने नहीं देंगे, खत्म करने की बात छोड़ो, छूने नहीं देंगे। हम इसको कभी खत्म नहीं होने देंगे।
Looks like the so-called vocal proponent of the Safe Constitution Brigade has himself relinquished his constitutional duties. First, Rahul Gandhi and his indie partners were seen protesting with copies of Constitution in hand, treating the Constitution as a mere prop. Then Rahul allegedly distributed blank copies of the Indian Constitution at an event in Nagpur. And in the latest, leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi skipped the swearing-in ceremony of India's new Chief Justice, Sanjeev Khanna. While at the same time, there were visuals of Rahul Gandhi joining the Bi-Pol campaign in Wayanad. This absence has sparked widespread speculation, with some linking it to Gandhi's grievance involving Justice Khanna's uncle, Justice H.R. Khanna. Justice H.R. Khanna was an iconic figure known for his dissent during the emergency. He had famously opposed then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi's government, which also led to repercussions on his judicial career. Rahul, who claims to be the savior of our constitution, was nowhere to be seen. The BJP has come down heavily on the leader of opposition.
He must have been busy playing video games or playing with his dog or whatever else he thinks is important. I don't consider his absence a surprise or a shock. It is certainly, as a leader of opposition, something that you don't expect. But then he's Rahul Gandhi. He thinks he's an entitled dynast.
That there is complete silence that why he was not available, because he certainly is not indisposed. It doesn't seem to be any personal reason. So if he's preferred not to be there, there must be a cogent explanation. It would have come out. That explanation hasn't come.
As this starts a fresh episode of political to and fro, the larger question: when will the so-called Safe Constitution Brigade start respecting the sacred text?
Thinker, editor, author and ideologue, Swaminathan Iyer. Good evening, sir. Swaminathan Gurumurthy. I'm so sorry, Mr. Gurumurthy. Good evening, sir.
I'm also tired.
Well, I couldn't have named a polar opposite more than that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, please forgive me that. But Mr. Gurumurthy, do you think Rahul Gandhi has skipped the oath-taking ceremony because he holds a grudge against Chief Justice H.R. Khanna, who was the lone dissenting voice in the ADM Jabalpur case, questioning Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency?
See, unless one goes back to what happened at that time, what Justice Khanna dissented, if that is known, then the refusal or the omission of Rahul Gandhi to attend the swearing-in of Sanjeev Khanna, which will be a much graver issue. You know, I still remember it was the 15th of December 1975. The question was whether during the emergency there is any right to life, whether any person had the right to life. All other liberties apart, that is right to freedom of expression, right to property, all these things are apart. Whether somebody had the right to life was the issue which Justice H.R. Khanna raised on the 15th of December 1975, if I remember right.
Yeah.
All of the judges had virtually surrendered to the emergency. Justice H.R. Khanna raised this issue. Whether the right to life is also suspended during the emergency. All other rights okay. right to life is a natural right, is that also suspended? Then, Nirende, he stood up and made the most infamous and shameless statement before the Supreme Court on the instructions of the Prime Minister. It may shock your conscience, my lords, if a sub-inspector takes a pistol and shoots down somebody, your lordships have no remedy to offer to him or to his family. Because the eminent domain has taken away all the rights from the people, and that includes the right to life. You know, this question was such an important question to be put, and the answer was secured that during the emergency there was no right to life. You know, this was not on the basis of any oral communication. It was the Constitution Amendment passed by Indira Gandhi, and the Constitution Amendment was intended to impose one-party rule. And when Rahul was holding the Constitution, was he holding the Constitution which Indira Gandhi passed at that time, which was rejected by H.R. Khanna, or the Constitution as it is today, after the Janata Party came and repealed the amendments made by Indira Gandhi? This question must be answered by
No, but
Rahul.
Mr. Gurumurthy, I bring you to the issue that, as you have rightly said, and for our viewers who may not be cognizant of that aspect of political history, the person on air tonight, Mr. Gurumurthy, is one of the greatest warriors against the emergency. He's a man who did not worry about being persecuted, a man who was sent to jail and came out stronger, and a journalist par excellence. And viewers, we are lucky that he's explaining the context of today's event. Now, the context is this. There is a politician called Rahul Gandhi who presently holds the position of leader of the opposition. He is surprisingly missing and has chosen to boycott the swearing-in ceremony of Sanjeev Khanna. Sanjeev Khanna is the nephew of Justice Hansraj Khanna, who dissented against the emergency. And what did he say? He said, I cannot accept a situation where a person's personal liberty can be suspended. Rahul Gandhi still holds a grudge against Justice Sanjeev Khanna's uncle, and hence against Sanjeev Khanna. And his way of showing that he's still angry is by boycotting the swearing-in ceremony. Now, this is ironical, Mr. Gurumurthy, because Rahul Gandhi goes around saying he believes in institutions, that the BJP has destroyed institutions. But clearly, he says one thing, but believes something else in heart.
That's what I'm coming to. The Constitution, which was amended by Indira Gandhi to remove all the liberties and to create one-party rule, was the Constitution to which H.R. Khanna dissented. And actually, his dissent made India awake to the horrors of emergency. We all underwent at that time. What emergency means, the current generation doesn't even know. So H.R. Khanna emerged as the person who represented the original Constitution of India. So by not attending the swearing in of his nephew, Rahul Gandhi has not just shown small-mindedness, but he has actually opposed the stand of H.R. Khanna.
Yes.
Standing by the original Constitution of India. It is the amended Constitution of India which Mrs. Gandhi brought about to remove all the liberties. Is that the Constitution Rahul Gandhi is holding as the Constitution of India? Today's Constitution is not the Constitution of the Gandhi family. The Gandhi family's Constitution was that which was passed in 1975 and which was repealed by the Janata Party. And the present Constitution which he is holding is the Janata Party Constitution. It's shameful for Rahul Gandhi to claim the right to the Constitution which he is holding in his hands and not attend the swearing in ceremony of the Khanna family member, HR Khanna stood for that very constitution. So it's not one of those, petty-mindedness. Does he want that constitution which Indira Gandhi passed or the constitution that he is there today? If that is the constitution which he wanted, Mrs. Gandhi's constitution, then he must hold that constitution with 42nd Amendment.
Well, what he's shown today, Mr. Gurumurthy, is that it's family over constitution. I thank you so much, Mr. Gurumurthy, for putting this aspect in perspective for all our viewers tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, the big story of the day, Rahul Gandhi boycotting the swearing-in ceremony, the oath-taking ceremony of Chief Justice of India, Sanjeev Khanna. Thank you, Mr. Gurumurthy. Very grateful for that. Very grateful for that. I'm opening the debate tonight. Mr. Sabharwal, there is a limit to which a person can be narrow-minded, small-minded. But to say that I will boycott the oath-taking ceremony because his uncle opposed my grandmother's imposition of the emergency. For there can be no other reason. Can there be any other reason, Hitesh Jain? Can there be any other reason? I see no other reason. He's happy in Wayanad, walking around, having a good time. Hitesh, can there be any other reason?
Arnab, there cannot be any other reason. Rahul Gandhi's absence and the Congress legacy, actually it serves as a reminder of the judiciary's past struggle under the political duress. His absence clearly shows his disdain towards the judiciary. He puts his family above the constitution. For them, it is the Gandhi family constitution that is what matters. The constitution of India was shredded by them, as Mr. Gurumurthy explained. Suspension of Article 21, right to life and liberty. This is the soul and the core of the constitution. And here is the party who suspends such important fundamental right, and then they go across the whole country claiming that the constitution is going to be amended. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who is absent today and clearly shows his disdain. And actually, by remaining absent, he justifies that they rightfully suspended Article 21.
It's very sad. Very sad. You should not be petty-minded. You see, Ramesh Sabharwal, you should not be narrow-minded. You should not hold a grudge. You should not be a bitter kind of person, right? And in fact, he should say, I will attend, because his uncle, HR Khanna, was the only person who dissented against my grandmother's dictatorial attitude. You understand, Ms. Sabharwal? You understand, Ms. Sabharwal? Now, viewers, I want your take on this. And Shyam Prasad Meka is there. He's listening on. People are shocked. Here's a man. How did he become leader of the opposition if he's going to behave like this? And what is wrong? If Sanjeev Khanna's uncle opposed the emergency, we all oppose the emergency. Everyone, we all even today oppose the thought of the emergency. Right? Shyam Meka, Mr. Sabharwal and Sanju are joining the debate. Mr. Sabharwal, why such petty-mindedness by Rahul Gandhi? Shyam, you want to take that?
Yeah. See, Arnab, first point, when you started the debate, you started using boycott. Who said anybody boycotted the event? You are trying
what word would you use for it?
In the minds of the...
What word would you use for it?
How can you say boycott?
I can say anything I want. It's not the emergency. But what word would you use?
That's what you have been doing. Okay?
That's what I will continue to do. Are you planning to impose the emergency again?
No, we are living under the emergency anyway.
Oh my God.
Okay. See, first of all, where is the boycott? Where is the question of boycott? Why do you want to build a story, a narrative, saying his uncle, his grandmother? अरे भाई साहब, आप तो परिवारवाद का जिम्मा लेके बैठे हैं यहाँ पे.
Why did he avoid the event? Sanju Verma, 1 minute. Hitesh is also on. Directors must take care of the people who are speaking right now. Sanju, please. Sanju is responding. I do not have Sabharwalji's audio yet. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, first and foremost, let me say that, the Congress, especially Rahul Gandhi, boycotting
you have to do that.
oath of the swearing-in ceremony of Sanjeev Khanna does not come as a surprise to me at all. Rahul Gandhi is a very petty leader. He lacks grace. He lacks magnanimity. He's now the leader of the opposition. He needs to show some maturity. He still behaves like a juvenile kindergartner. But more importantly, let me tell you, Sanjeev Khanna was trending a couple of months back. After, last year he said that during the Delhi liquor scam judgment, that prima facie, rupees 338 crore of money trail has been established. And the entire cabal of Congress bootlickers, including Aam Aadmi Party Darbaris, said Sanjeev Khanna is a mouthpiece of the BJP. And then when the same Sanjeev Khanna gave interim bail to Arvind Kejriwal a couple of months later, ये सारे के सारे संजीव खन्ना के लिए तालियां बजाने लगे. So basically, as far as Rahul Gandhi goes, his philosophy is my way or the highway. Now your audience needs to know that there were two historic judgments of Sanjeev Khanna, which is what rattled the Congress ecosystem. One, Justice Sanjeev Khanna upheld the abrogation of Article 370. Justice Sanjeev Khanna also has upheld the usage of EVMs and says that paper ballots are not needed. And that is what has caught the attention and got the goat of Congresses. And this is the same Sanjeev Khanna who will now be hearing some very important issues pertaining to the Bihar caste census and also the constitutionality of election commission related appointments. Sanjeev Khanna will also be hearing judgments pertaining to whether there is overreach via the PMLA. तो मुझे समझ नहीं आ रहा कि कांग्रेस इकोसिस्टम को संजीव खन्ना से क्या परहेज है, because Sanjeev Khanna also held that electoral bonds are illegal. Sanjeev Khanna called electoral bonds illegal.
So this is an interesting angle now. This is an interesting angle now. And Hitesh, very interesting. I don't have Ms. Sabharwal's response yet because he's not through. It would be great to have him with us to respond to Sanju Verma. But what she is saying is this. Are you there, Ms. Sabharwal? No. What she's saying is that this is a pressure tactic on the Chief Justice of India. We will not attend your oath taking because we want to put pressure on you.
Arnab, this has been going on in the past. You are aware, I was a part of the lawyers who had addressed a letter regarding this pressure tactics. It is very simple. They have their whole ecosystem. If the verdict is in their favor, then the judges are the savior of constitution. If the verdict is not in their favor, then the constitution has been abused. You have to save the constitution. The democracy is dying. So the script is very clearly written, and that is the script they use to pressurize
or is
the
it
judge.
Hitesh, because in April, just 1 month before the elections, Mrs. Sabharwal, Justice Khanna dismissed all the petitions that were questioning the use of EVMs, electronic voting machines, in the Lok Sabha elections. And he said that cross-verification of all votes or reverting to paper ballots is not possible. So, we have a new trend today, Ramesh Sabharwal. You don't like the judgment, you boycott the judge. And then you also hold a grudge against him because his uncle had questioned Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency.
Listen. And then you also hold the grudge against the institution also. At the same time.
We have not. Kindly allow me to speak, Hello.
Go on.
Kindly allow me to speak.
Go on, Mrs. Sabharwal. Go on.
Hello.
Please speak, Mrs. Sabharwal.
Can I speak?
You can speak.
Yeah.
Speak.
Now I'm getting your voice. I'm getting the connective. Yeah. My Congress president has given the wishes to the new Chief Justice, and my party has also given the wishes to the new Chief Justice. We have not boycotted, and we will never boycott.
But you
my
have
father
boycotted.
Was
you have boycotted. You have boycotted today.
No, we never.
Sir, but you have boycotted.
Not boycotted. Because today was the last day of campaign. Last day of campaign of Priyanka ji.
Sir, what are you saying? A by-election campaigning is more important than the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice. What are you saying, sir?
No. Sir, my uncle was Chief Justice. So many times this has happened that Vajpayee has not attended. We should not take it that way. Today was the election day, last day of the campaign. That was
Nobody
the reason.
believes you, sir. His uncle was the chief judge, the judge who opposed Indira Gandhi.
Khadke ji, no, never. Khadke ji has given the best wishes to.
Best wishes, and the leader of the opposition is bound to be present at the oath-taking ceremony.
Exactly.
No.
Why does Rahul Gandhi always do this vanishing act? He was invited for the Ram Janmabhoomi Pran Pratishtha celebration. He did a vanishing act. He's been a member of the Defence Committee for the longest time.
Never.
He's never attended a single Defence
We have full
Committee
respect
meeting.
for the Chief Justice.
He chose to abandon the oath.
We have full respect for the Chief Justice.
Reason for remaining
Why does
absent.
Rahul
You could have
Gandhi
attended
engage in
and then.
these
Why was he boycotting? Why was he absent? Is it because Justice Sanjeev Khanna upheld the abrogation of Article 370? Is it because Justice Sanjeev Khanna dismissed the EVM petitions, anti-EVM petitions?
No.
Is it because Justice Khanna's uncle opposed Indira Gandhi's imposition of the emergency?
No, never.
Is it not true?
Never.
That his uncle was the dissenting voice against Indira Gandhi, because of which Indira Gandhi denied him the Chief Justice's position in an act of revenge?
Exactly. And that happened.
And now Indira Gandhi's grandson continues to take revenge and hold a grudge.
1973
and manifest that grudge.
Was superseded and MH Baird was made the Chief Justice.
We have full respect for the Chief Justice.
1973,
we have full respect.
Baird was made the Chief Justice thanks to Indira Gandhi, who could not tolerate the fact
Why did you boycott the event?
Dissenting voice. Be it H.R. Khanna, who was superseded in 1973, or J.S. Sheila, who was superseded by Justice A.N. Ray in 1977. The Congress family believes that judges are beholden to it. Be it Baharul Islam, be it Ranganath Mishra, be it V.R. Krishna Iyer, be it Justice A.N. Thipse, be it Rajinder Sachar, be it K.S. Hegde. History is replete with examples where judges who are close to the Congress family have gone on to get Rajya Sabha tickets.
You hate an independent judiciary because Rahul Gandhi's grandmother forced the supersession of 3 senior judges of the Supreme Court and appointed A.N. Ray, superseding 3 senior Supreme Court judges.
Yes,
completely attacked the independence of the judiciary. And today, Ramesh Sabarwal and Shyam Mika know that this is the whole idea. In fact, the Supreme Court in 1954 told the Nehru government that you can think of having a whole new Supreme Court if you want your own CJI. Sir, what you've done is wrong. What you've done is wrong. You must apologize for it. To boycott the oath-taking ceremony of the Chief Justice of India is not a minor matter, Mr. Sabarwal.
No, never.
What never? It's happened today and you say never.
Boycotted, please, sir.
Do you remember Justice Thipse?
It was the election last day of Wayanad. That was the compulsion.
He was hearing the Sohrabuddin encounter
first election.
You can't get away 2 hours from a bipole. Come on, Hitesh Jain.
No. Talk about Justice Thipse. Talk about Baharul Islam. Talk about Ranganath Mishra. Talk about V.R. Krishna Iyer. Talk about K.S. Hegde. Talk about Rajinder Sachar. Talk about Hasnan Masoodi. Talk about F.I. Rebello. These
reply, Mr. Sabarwal. Reply, Mr. Mika.
Ecosystem.
Arnab, first point, I clarified it already, and Mr. Sabarwal is also reconfirming, right? So there is no question of a boycott, and nobody boycotted the event. You are trying to build a narrative saying Congress boycotted, Rahul Gandhi thinks by-election is more important. So you are free to do it. You do it day in and day out. I admire at your creativity of raking.
There is no creativity. Was it boycotted or not? Mind your language. Did he boycott or not?
No.
Was he present? Was he absent?
That is your standard.
Did he boycott?
Arnab, you can continue your shouting match I am not going to play on your pitch.
There is no pitch. You need to play on the
thing.
Constitution's pitch. Ask Hitesh Jain how seriously this has impacted, how much it's being spoken about in legal circles across the country, Hitesh.
Yeah, because I mean, this was the important swearing-in ceremony. If he would have remained present, he would have shown the respect to Justice Khanna, and he could have obliterated the past legacy by showing a remorse or apologizing to what happened during the emergency. But Rahul Gandhi simply knew that his attending the swearing-in ceremony will raise all the question, and he wanted to show his disdain for the past and his disdain for Justice Khanna now.
You are involving into your dirty politics, the Chief Justice of India.
Dirty politics.
Respect Chief Justice of India.
Dirty politics.
Do you remember a judge called Justice?
Dirty politics.
Rahul
and what kind of politics is it to boycott the Chief Justice of India's swearing-in ceremony? What kind of politics is that, Mr. Agarwal? It's very sad. Okay, next debate, ladies and gentlemen. Next debate, ladies and gentlemen, on this trending edition tonight. I thank you all, and now with reports of the Wakf Board laying claim to temples here, land here, and everywhere. And ladies and gentlemen, there is a counter movement which is gaining momentum. If you haven't heard of it, it is the Sanatan Board movement led by some of the most respected and followed Hindu seers of the country.
From the adulteration of the Tirupati Prasadam, Wakf claim on the temples, and the attack on devotees visiting a Hindu shrine in Canada, the Sanatan Dharma seems under attack. The recent incidents targeting places of Hindu worship have led to growing calls for a Sanatan Board. Adding to this chorus, prominent seer Devaki Nandan Thakur backed calls for a body to prevent assaults on Sanatan Dharma and symbols of Hindu pride. In a fiery address, the seer said, if there is a Wakf board, so should there be a body to insulate Sanatan Dharma from attacks.
हमें भी सनातन बोर्ड का निर्माण चाहिए. होना तो यही चाहिए था कि आज़ादी के बाद 1947 में ही या 1954 में जब वक्फ बोर्ड बना, उसी समय सनातन बोर्ड का गठन हो जाना चाहिए था, तभी ये कंट्री सेकुलर कंट्री मानी जाती.
Demanding action in the Tirupati adulteration row, the seer also sought a Krishna Janmabhoomi on the lines of the Ram temple in Ayodhya. Reinforcing his call for a Sanatan board, Devaki Nandan sought parity in religious laws.
अगर सेकुलर कंट्री है तो सबके लिए समान अधिकार होने चाहिए. अगर मौलवी जी को आप 15,000 दे रहे हैं तो मंदिर के हर पुजारी को भी 15,000 की घोषणा आपकी सरकार को करनी चाहिए. अगर आप मदरसों के लिए स्पेशल ला रहे हैं कोई योजना, तो आपको गुरुकुलम के लिए भी योजना लानी चाहिए. इन्हीं सब बातों का ध्यान रखकर हम सनातन बोर्ड के निर्माण की मांग सरकार से करने आए हैं.
At a time when symbols of Hindu pride face slander and attacks, can the Sanatan Board be the savior?
And ladies and gentlemen, Sanatan Board versus Wakf Board. My view, if there is a Wakf Board, and those who have a Wakf Board say Wakf Board is required for Muslims, then and only then there should also be a Sanatan Board. Sanatan Board will take care of Hindu land, Hindu temples and Hindu rights. Mufti CJI is opening this debate with Dushyant Sridhar, and Ramesh Savarwal and Sanju will come in right after that. Dushyant Sridhar ji, can you make your case to Mufti Manzoor Ziai? What is the problem with the Sanatan Board? The idea seems to be of parity. If Muslims have this, Hindus must also have. It's parity. Like in this country, everybody is equal, is the guiding principle. Dushyant.
Namaskaram Arnab, and namaskaram to all my fellow panelists. 2 weeks back, when Sri Pavan Kalyan had raised the same question about constituting a Sanatana Dharma board, and I was asked for an opinion. At that point in time, Arnab, I did say that right now we may not need it. In 2 weeks, I may have to change my mind because when temple after temple, land after land, be it of the farmers or of a 1,500-year-old Shiva temple, is being state claim to, then whom will the Hindus approach? See, it may seem a bit ironical that in a Hindu majority country you constitute a board to protect the Hindus. Logically it is untenable. But that should happen because it is in the very same country that you have a Wakf board where they don't claim just any other land. They claim the entire temple which is 1,500 years old. So where will the Hindus go? And it was very much maybe a year and a half back that the current Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu on open stage, at that point in time, I believe he was a Minister of Sports Affairs, if I'm right. He says that Sanatana Dharma is like cholera, AIDS, and it has to be annihilated.
Yeah.
And we didn't have one board condemning it. And rather, it seems like, internally he has been elevated to the position of a Deputy Chief Minister for making such great remarks. So in a state, especially like a state like Tamil Nadu, where 80% is Hindu population, we don't have a single voice even raising, even condemning that speech. Forget any demonstration march or even saying something against him, not even condemning him. So if this is going to be the state of Hindus who follow the Sanatana Dharma, I'm sure, I don't know what will be the future for the Dharma if this is going to be the case. So honestly, to rest my case here, I would say that Sanatana Dharma board with very stringent principles which have to be guarded legally has to be the first priority of the government, and I would urge the central government to think on these lines.
And in fact, I would tell Mufti Manzoor Ziai ji कि देखिए मुफ्ती जी, जो भी मुसलमानों को चाहिए मुसलमान मांग करें, उसके लिए लड़ें. अगर वक्फ बोर्ड उनको चाहिए तो उसका हक की बात कहे, सरकार डिसाइड करेगी, न्यायालय डिसाइड करेगी, है ना. मगर आप अपने हक के बारे में कह सकते हैं और लड़ सकते हैं, मगर आप दूसरों का हक छीन नहीं सकते. और आपको दूसरों के मामलों में टांग अड़ाने की भी कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है. पुराना माने बहुत सीधी तरह से बात करने वाला आदमी हो. सनातन धर्म के लोग क्या करें, कैसी बोर्ड बनाएं, कैसे अपने विश्वास, अपने मंदिरों को सुरक्षित रखे, सेफ रखे, ये सनातनियों को और हिंदुओं को डिसाइड करने दीजिए. मुफ्ती मंजूर जियाई जी कौन होते हैं इस पर अपनी राय रखने के लिए? हम तो नहीं कह रहे कि आप कैसे मस्जिदों को मेंटेन करें, हम तो नहीं कह रहे. हम कह रहे हैं कि इस देश में, भारत जैसे बड़े देश में, लाखों मंदिर सरकार के अधीन है, एक भी मस्जिद नहीं है. वक्फ बोर्ड बन गई और चर्च सबसे बड़ी लैंड ओनर भी बन गई, मगर हिंदुओं के पास 1 एकड़ जमीन अपनी कहने वाली नहीं है. भारत देश में मंदिरें अधीन हैं सरकार के अंडर. आप मेरी बात सुन लीजिए. ऑल द लैंड्स, laws and acts that lay down the relationship between the state and place of worship, be it the State Religious and Charitable Endowments Act or whatever other, allow the state to take over temples. They don't allow the state to take over mosque or a church.
अर्नब, अगर मुझे इजाजत दें कहने
और हिंदू टेंपल जो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन होते हैं, इजाजत दे रहा हूं, आप देखिए कितनी नाइंसाफी भारत के हिंदुओं के साथ हो रही है. वक्फ बोर्ड के सब मेंबरों को मुसलमान होना पड़ता है. संजू वर्मा वक्फ बोर्ड की मेंबर नहीं हो सकती है, दुष्यंत श्रीधर नहीं हो सकते हैं, मगर कोई भी हिंदू टेंपल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन में हिंदुओं का, सिर्फ और सिर्फ हिंदुओं का होना जरूरी नहीं है. मुफ्ती जियाई भी हो सकते हैं. आप देख रहे हैं ना. सी, कंट्री हैज टू बी सेम फॉर ऑल और अनइक्वल फॉर ऑल. या तो सबको कहिए कोई भी इक्वल नहीं है, मगर ये मत कहिए भाई सेक्युलर देश है, मगर मंदिरों को सरकार के अधीन रखेंगे, मस्जिदों को नहीं, फिर कहेंगे सेक्युलरिज्म है. ये कैसी सेक्युलरिज्म है मुफ्ती जियाई जी? आप बोलिए जियाई जी, बोलिए.
अर्नब, पूरा देश देख रहा है और सुन रहा है इस चीज को, और अर्नब पूरी दुनिया में ये लोग जानते हैं और पहचानते हैं हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमान को कितने टॉलरेंट हैं और हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमान हिंदू भाइयों की कितनी कदर करते हैं. हिंदुस्तान के मुसलमान सनातन धर्म के तमाम लोगों की इज्जत और कदर करते हुए ये बात दोहराना चाहते हैं कि हमें अपने अख्तियार में रहने दें, और आप अपने अख्तियार के एतबार से जितनी भी ट्रस्ट बनाना चाहते हैं, जितनी भी संस्थान बनाना चाहते हैं, जितने भी वक्त बनाना चाहते हैं, जितने भी बोर्ड बनाना चाहते हैं, आप बनाएं, लेकिन हमारे उन चीजों में हस्तक्षेप ना करें, जो हमारे लिए गवर्नमेंट ने और हमारे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ने हमें दे रखे हैं उसके साथ छेड़छाड़ ना करें। आप ये कह रहे हैं कि मंदिर अगर गवर्नमेंट के अंडर में है तो वक्फ बोर्ड किसके अंडर में आता है साहब? वक्फ बोर्ड भी तो गवर्नमेंट के अंडर में आता है। वक्फ बोर्ड के अंदर में आने वाले तमाम जमीनें, तमाम अखराजात, तमाम मदारिस, तमाम मसाजिद, तमाम दरगाहें, वो भी वक्फ बोर्ड गवर्नमेंट के अंडर में आते हैं और उसके डिसाइड करने वाले गवर्नमेंट के लोग होते हैं और गवर्नमेंट उसे अपॉइंट करती है। अपॉइंटेड लोग ही उसका काम संभालते हैं। अब दूसरी अहम बात जो हमारे भाई साहब ये कह रहे हैं कि हमें इख्तियार नहीं है, तो भाई साहब आपको इख्तियार किसने नहीं दिया है? आप कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन से मांग कीजिए, सरकार हमारी सत्ता में है, आप उनके साथ
आप छोड़ दीजिए सनातन बोर्ड।
बोर्ड बनाने की बात है, सनातन बोर्ड बने, मैं उसकी हिमायत करता हूँ अर्नब के चैनल पर, और मैं कहता हूँ कि आप अपना बोर्ड बनाइए ना, आपको किसने रोका है? लेकिन आप ये कहें कि वक्फ बोर्ड के अंदर में हिंदू भाई को रखें और तिरुपति के बालाजी के मंदिर में मुसलमान भाई को ट्रस्टी बना दें, क्या ये पॉसिबल होगा? दान पेटी जो होती है वो हमारे लिए है, आपके लिए है, आप उसका इस्तेमाल करें और जो हमारा है हमें इस्तेमाल करने दें। इसमें कहां दिक्कत आएगी अर्नब?
दिक्कत कहां दिक्कत आएगी? Arnab, can I please step in now?
Yes.
Heard his monologue. I need to give a rebuttal. Thank you. You know, first and foremost, जो मौलाना साहब ने कहा कि आप अपना देखिए, हम अपना देखेंगे। प्रॉब्लम ये है, इफ यू लुक एट द वक्फ एक्ट ऑफ 1923, 1954, 1995 एंड 2013, ये सारे के सारे वक्फ एक्ट क्या कहते हैं? लेट मी टेल यू एंड योर ऑडियंस दैट देयर इज सेक्शन 3 of the Wakf Act of 1995 which says that if the Wakf board decides that a certain property belongs to the Wakf, then no questions asked, that property summarily will be given to the Wakf board,
appointed by the
no
government.
questions asked. Now I did not hear you, please शांत हो जाइए, मैंने आपको रोका नहीं, चुप हो जाइए, चुप हो जाइए, मैंने आपको नहीं रोका।
Okay, 1 minute. Temper down. Temper goes down slowly. Temper goes down slowly. CJI, don't interrupt her. Don't interrupt her. CJI, बोलने दीजिए 1 मिनट।
नहीं, बिल्कुल बोलने की इजाजत है, लेकिन वो
मैंने आपको बड़े ध्यान से सुना, अभी बदतमीजी मत करिए, चुप रहिए।
ओपन फाइट संजू वर्मा से बदतमीजी मत कीजिए। मौलाना मुफ्ती मंजूर CJI ऑब्जेक्टिंग टू द लैंग्वेज टुनाइट।
Section 40 of the Wakf Act of 1995 says if the Wakf decides to take up a property, there is no reason for the Wakf board to even pay compensation to the entities from which the Wakf board has summarily taken away their properties. मतलब मैं चाहूं तो मैं आपकी प्रॉपर्टी ले सकती हूँ वक्फ के तहत, और मैं ये भी चाहती हूँ कि आपको कोई कॉम्पनसेशन ना मिले, तो ये मेरी मर्जी। You will have no recourse to the law.
आपको पता नहीं है,
वो कहता है
आप जाकर के दोबारा से पढ़ाई कर ले, आपको मालूम नहीं है कि वक्फ बोर्ड किसने बनाया है? वक्फ बोर्ड अंडरटेकिंग बाय द गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, नॉट अंडरटेकिंग बाय मुफ्ती मंजूर CJI।
Who should be sitting
इन्हें
here
बताइए,
and
इन्हें
giving
पता
ज्ञान
नहीं
to
है,
Hindus?
किसने जाने बोलने दीजिए कि
You are claiming the Surat Municipal Corporation
क्या चल रहा है मुआशरे में?
You are claiming a 2000-year-old temple on the
मैडम
banks
इनको
of
बताइए,
Kaveri
अर्नब इनको बताइए, सीखने के लिए अभी बता नहीं है
large
उनको।
parts of the parliament building under Wakf. You are claiming large parts of the Indira Gandhi International Airport under Wakf. You are claiming large parts of Pune and Parbhani district under Wakf. You are claiming a Gurudwara in Yamunanagar in Haryana under Wakf. You are claiming the entire railway station at Haldwani in Uttarakhand under Wakf. You are claiming
मैडम अभी आपको सीखने का है, अभी आप सीखिए, अभी आपकी उम्र सीखने की है मैडम, आप अभी सीख करके आइए कि गवर्नमेंट का अंडरटेकिंग वक्फ बोर्ड जो है मुफ्ती मंजूर CJI के अंडरटेकिंग में नहीं होता है। वक्फ बोर्ड जो होता है वो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के
एक मिनट देखिए मुफ्ती CJI जी आपसे कुछ कहना चाहूंगा मैं, क्योंकि आपके उदाहरण को आगे ले जाते हुए, आपके उदाहरण आपने जो दी उसको आगे ले जाते हुए मैं आज बड़ी विनम्रता से कहना चाहता हूं, I want to say with the utmost humility that what the argument that has been made by Mufti Manzoor CJI regarding the Waqf board is हमें हमारा चलाने दीजिए, यानी कि हमारे इतिहास और हमारी संस्थाएं। मेरी बात सुन लीजिए, I put my arguments in a different way than yours, Sanju. I'm just saying something. What he's saying is what is to do with our culture, our history, our background and our belief, हमारी आस्था, हमारे संस्कार। एक मिनट for God's sake, एक मिनट now, आप प्लीज इंटरप्ट ना करें CJI जी, जीआईजी आज कह रहे हैं, जीआईजी कह रहे हैं शांत शांत शांत, डबल शांत, ट्रिपल शांत, एब्सोल्यूट शांत। जीआईजी कह रहे हैं कि जीआईजी कह रहे हैं विदाउट एको और अ बैकग्राउंड वॉइस, आई वांट टू से जीआईजी कह रहे हैं हमारे संस्था, हमारी आस्था को देखते हुए जो भी जमीन हमारी है हमारी रहेगी और वक्फ बोर्ड के अधीन रहेगी। तो फिर दुष्यंत श्रीधर भी कहेंगे कि हमारी आस्था, हमारे संस्कार, हमारे इतिहास को देखते हुए देवकी नंदन भगवान श्री कृष्ण की जहाँ पे जन्मभूमि है, जरा वो भी हमें दे दीजिए। उस पर इतनी लड़ाई क्यों? सनातन बोर्ड को दे दीजिए। सनातन बोर्ड को कृष्ण जन्मस्थान मथुरा में नहीं मिलेगी तो कहाँ मिलेगी? नहीं, नो अगर, नो अगर, नो मगर ना।
आपने कह लिया हमारी,
नो अगर एंड नो मगर विल बी अलाउड ना।
सुन लीजिए, आप हमारी भी तो सुन लीजिए। हिंदुस्तान
हमारी क्या? आपने कहा आपकी हमारी तो कृष्ण जन्मभूमि किसकी हुई?
हमारा मुल्क
जहां, अरे क्या बात कर रहे हैं? वासुदेव पुत्र देवकी नंदन भगवान श्री कृष्ण की जहां जन्म हुई, आप क्या बात कर रहे हैं? आप दे दीजिए, फिर बताइए। अभी मैंने कुछ कहा, आप गुस्सा हो जाएंगे।
आप इस बात को समझने की कोशिश करें कि जो
समझ चुका हूं,
वो हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन है, वो हमारा मुल्क है, हमारे मुल्क का बनाया हुआ संविधान है।
मैंने आप उत्तेजित हो रहे हैं। 1 minute, मैं what did I say ladies and gentlemen? Dushyant Sridhar, what did I say? I said what is yours is yours, what is your history is your history, but what is our history is our history, and the Hindus therefore have a right to build a Krishna Janmabhoomi at the very place where the son of Vasudeva and Devaki was born. सिंपल। क्या बुरा कहा मैंने?
नहीं, बुरा कुछ नहीं कहा। मैंने कौन सा बुरा कह दिया? मेरी बात क्यों चुप गई?
मैं तो I brought out history
आपको, क्योंकि हमारा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन।
दुष्यंत is on the debate. दुष्यंत
अपने संविधान की बात।
दुष्यंत is on the debate. Dushyant Sridhar is on the debate with Dushyant Sridhar taking on Mufti CJI on a 50-50 tonight. Dushyant.
Arnab, with due respects to my panelist, I heard him patiently. I didn't interrupt him. See, when you raised the question about Krishna Janmabhoomi, the key words in his argument was there is a Constitution of India which is guiding us. Now, if the goalpost is changed to Constitution of India, does he respect the directive principle that says that there should be uniform civil code? It's the same constitution that talks about it. Now again, the goalpost will change. See, you cannot keep changing the goalposts. You cannot keep shifting. You made a valid point, just not for Mathura. I will add another point. What about Kashi? What about the Vishwanath Mandir, which was earlier stationed there? And what about the other places of worship, which Hindus have been worshipping from the Gupta period and the Maurya period? So will that also come under the same question of, okay, what is yours, what is mine? So, you cannot keep shifting the goalpost. Yeah. Now I would request
कोई बात नहीं, आप मुझे सुनने की कोशिश करें। वही संविधान, जिस संविधान ने हमें अख्तियारात दिए रखे हैं, वो वाशिंगटन एक्ट के तहत में आप खत्म कर दीजिए ना साहब। हम तो कहते हैं आप खत्म कर लीजिए, अपने एतबार से जो करना चाहते हैं करिए। इख्तियार तो आपके पास है ना, मेजोरिटी तो आपके पास है ना। कौन कहता है कि आप उसे तब्दील ना करिए? तब्दील कर दीजिए ना। हम कौन सा कुछ कर सकते हैं आपके लिए? हम तो सिर्फ ये दुआ करते हैं कि अपने मुल्क के अंदर।
अरे हम तो यही कह रहे हैं आपको कि अलाउद्दीन खिलजी की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, और औरंगजेब की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, मोहम्मद गोरी की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, गजनी की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, मोहम्मद बिन कासिम की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी, खिलजी की मैच्योरिटी नहीं थी।
नहीं आए थे मुल्क में,
हो गई मैच्योरिटी की बात आप कर रहे हैं। अरे हिंदू बहुत मैच्योर है, बहुत मैच्योर है।
बिल्कुल, हमारा हिंदू भाई बहुत मैच्योर है, इस बात को समझता है कि कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन को कैसे बचाना होता है।
हिंदू बहुत मैच्योर है, इसलिए 134 साल तक। और ये सवाल है that for 134 years they fought a legal battle for the Ayodhya, for the Ram temple. 134 years, even though the Congress opposed it. Ramesh Sabarwal.
बस टीवी डिबेट पर आकर ज्ञान देना है on constitution and secularism.
No, we never opposed. Why you are involving politics, religion into politics?
Do you have the guts
to do that right now? Ram Bhagwan.
आपको समझ में नहीं आता है।
Do you have the guts to do that?
कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के पढ़ने में पढ़ लीजिए आप।
Ladies and gentlemen,
पढ़ने के लिए
ladies,
लेना क्या जाता है? सीखने में कोई बुराई थोड़ी है।
अनाउंस कीजिए
मैडम, सीखने में कोई बुराई थोड़ी है। सीख लीजिए दोबारा से,
सीख लीजिए,
पूछ लीजिए ना थोड़ा।
सीखना,
अरे ज्ञान लेके बैठा करिए जरा सा।
आपका हक है।
किसके अधीन में आता है जरा मालूम करके बताइए।
हम संविधान में विश्वास रखते हैं? हम लोकतंत्र में विश्वास रखते हैं। Which constitution allows for hijab?
मैडम कौन
Which
सा चलाता है?
constitution allows for halala? Which constitution allows you to have 4 wives? Which constitution allows you
मैडम
to engage in child marriages with children of the age of 9 and 10?
सीख लीजिए
You guys don't want
अभी सीखने का वक्त है आपके।
And ladies and gentlemen,
मैडम सीखिए, थोड़ा सीख लीजिए, अभी मैच्योर होने में आपको टाइम लगेगा।
भाषण देना है आपको।
जो भी आपके साथ डिसएग्री करे वो मैच्योर नहीं है। जो भी आपके साथ डिसएग्री करे वो मैच्योर नहीं है। और आप मैच्योर हैं, आप मैच्योर हैं, आप बड़े मैच्योर हैं भाई साहब। हाँ नहीं, मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ, आपको कह रहा हूँ, आपको कह रहा हूँ, अगर नहीं आपको कह रहा हूँ, आप बोलिए गजनी मैच्योर थे जिन्होंने सोमनाथ के मंदिर पर आक्रमण किया और तोड़ने की कोशिश की। गजनी बड़े मैच्योर थे। मोहम्मद गौरी मैच्योर थे। क्या है, भारत को इस्लामिक देश बनाएंगे, मैच्योर थे। हाँ, और नालंदा को नहीं 1 मिनट, नालंदा पर प्रहार करके हमारे पुराने ग्रंथों को जलाने की कोशिश जिस खिलजी ने की और जिसकी बात से आप हाँ में हाँ मिलाते हैं, वो बड़े मैच्योर थे।
बिल्कुल तफरीक डालने वाले
गुजरात के हर मंदिर को तोड़ने वाले अलाउद्दीन खिलजी बड़े मैच्योर थे।
हमारे मुल्क के वासियों को जो
पूरे दक्षिण भारत में कितने तब मंदिर तोड़े मोहम्मद बिन तुगलक ने, वो क्या बड़े मैच्योर थे। काशी विश्वनाथ पर प्रहार करने वाले औरंगजेब क्या बड़े मैच्योर थे, बताइए मुझे। बोलिए, मथुरा पर आक्रमण करने वाले औरंगजेब मैच्योर थे।
की बात करते हैं जो वल्लभ भाई
और कुतुबुद्दीन ऐबक जिनकी प्रशंसा करते हैं, बड़े मैच्योर थे। मैच्योर थे, बोलिए मैच्योर थे, क्या मैच्योर थे वो, मैच्योर थे। अरे जिन्होंने हिंदुओं को कहा जीवित रहना है तो जजिया टैक्स दीजिए, बड़े मैच्योर थे।
नहीं, हम तो कहते हैं वल्लभ भाई पटेल में
जिन्होंने कहा दिवाली होली नहीं होगी, कोई सनातनी दिवाली होली नहीं मनाएगा, वो बड़े मैच्योर थे।
महाराष्ट्र में देवेंद्र जी मैच्योर्ड हैं, हमारी
And ladies and gentlemen, on the debate in Maharashtra tonight, the election has come down to BJP bringing Hindus together and the Congress bringing Muslims together. I'll tell you why when I'm back.
Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
सुनो देवेंद्र फडणवीस, तुमने कई एमएलएस को खरीद लिया, चोरी कर ली, तो तुमको क्या बोला जाए, डाकू बोला जाए या चोर बोला जाए?
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
The Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Welcome back, and now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. Maharashtra is, in my view, a test case, a test of whether the caste card of the Congress and its allies can be countered with the Unite Hindus card of the BJP. It's simple. Let me explain, let me repeat. The Congress wants to divide the Hindus. The BJP wants to unite the Hindus. At a social construct level, the Congress wants to divide the Hindus and do everything to make sure that Hindus do not vote unitedly. That is a huge threat to the Congress party. The BJP realizes that as the party traditionally associated with Hindu causes and the Hindu vote, they can bring Hindus together. So the fight for 288 seats in Maharashtra is of course a test of the scheme of Ladli Behna, where every woman from the poorer sections gets direct cash transfer from the state government, as the Eknath Shinde government has done. But the BJP wants to cement this with a unify Hindus message. The Congress wants to bring Muslims together. And after bringing Muslims together, add caste-based layers of a broken and divided Hindu vote as the winning strategy. So let me put it very directly. And let's not say it indirectly at all. At the core of the Congress party's strategy is to unify the Muslim vote. And at the core of the BJP strategy is to unify the Hindu vote. The difference is that the BJP openly talks about unifying Hindus, but the Congress and Pawar and Uddhav don't deny, or rather don't accept, that their success depends on unifying Muslims as one bloc. But viewers, the voter is smarter. The voter understands. My prediction is that this time in Maharashtra, there will be much, much greater Hindu vote consolidation than in the Lok Sabha elections. Why? Because this time the RSS and the BJP are working very closely at the ground level to bring Hindu voters together for the BJP. The RSS campaign of Sajagraho means stay vigilant, stay awake. And it's just parallel and in the exact same direction as the Prime Minister's Ek Rahenge to Safe Rahenge campaign. It's funny, the Congress finds the BJP campaign divisive. Because when they want to divide on the basis of caste, it's okay. Then, how is it not okay if the BJP wants to unite on religion? Dividing on caste is okay. United on religion is bad. That's something I call 100% hypocrisy. Now let's debate.
With just 9 days to go for the Maharashtra elections, vote jihad has become the #1 issue in the state.
ये रज़ाकारों के वंशज हैं, जिन रज़ाकारों ने हमारे तमाम मराठवाड़ा के लोगों पर अत्याचार किए, ज़मीनें लूटी, जिन्होंने हमारी महिलाओं की अस्मत को लूटने का प्रयास किया, हमारे परिवारों को तहस नहस किया, ये उनके वारिस है। ये किस मुंह से हमसे बात करेंगे?
AIMIM was quick to call the statement a dharma yuddha against democracy.
मेरा नाम लेकर जिहाद का नाम लिया जा रहा है, धर्म युद्ध का नाम लिया जा रहा है। क्या ये इलेक्शन कानून के खिलाफ नहीं है? क्या ये मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट के खिलाफ नहीं है? ये लोकशाही है, जमहूरियत है। यहां पर धर्म युद्ध और जिहाद कहां से आ गया, फडणवीस?
The remarks also came in the backdrop of the amplifying pitch for Hindu unity.
एक है तो सेब है, एक है तो
बटे थे तो अपमान अयोध्या में झेलना पड़ा था, बटे थे तो मथुरा में अपमान झेलना पड़ा था, और बटे थे तो कटे थे.
And also at a time when BJP has promised anti-conversion law in the state of Maharashtra.
और महायुति की सरकार बनने के बाद सरकार भी एक कमेटी बनाकर सभी स्टेक होल्डर से चर्चा कर पर कठोर से कठोर कानून, जिसके कारण धर्मांतरण शून्य हो जाए, इस प्रकार का कानून लेकर आए.
Vote jihad has taken center stage in the Maharashtra politics right days ahead of the assembly elections. Is vote jihad for real? Why has the BJP picked it up in Maharashtra?
So ladies and gentlemen, it's vote jihad versus dharm yudh. एक है तो सेफ है. सजग रहो of the RSS versus unity for Muslims of the Congress. Ladies and gentlemen, I said it in the beginning, let me say it again. People tell me, what is the basic strategy of different parties? I said, see, let's put it very simply. BJP wants to bring Hindus together. And Congress, MBA, Uddhav want to bring Muslims together. Simple. I'm not saying bringing Muslims is bad, Ratnakar Shetty, but I'm saying basically what is the main agenda of Congress? To bring Rohindya Muslims together. Like Jinnah wanted to bring Muslims together politically. Similarly, Congress, like Jinnah, wants to bring Muslims together. Nothing wrong. Jinnah did it before independence. Congress is doing it after independence. They want to unite Muslims. What's wrong? No, don't deny. What is wrong? Why are Muslims defensive about it? कोई मुसलमानों को एक करना चाहते तो अच्छी बात है, करे. RSS BJP हिंदुओं को करे. इसमें you see, Rohan, I'm not understanding one thing. जो कर रहे हो उसके बारे में कोई बोल रहा है तो आपकी प्रशंसा कर रहा है. I'm praising you. I'm not criticizing you. Have I said bringing Muslims together is bad? No. Best of luck to you.
Arnab.
Okay, now Rohan is opening the debate, ladies and gentlemen, on Maharashtra. Rohan.
I think, Arnab,
yes,
you have exposed the hypocrisy quite loud and clear in your opening remarks. See, they are doing Muslim appeasement and they could test the result of success in Lok Sabha. Why they united Muslims at one point, divided Hindus on the name of caste. They want it to be continued even for the state elections. And Haryana, the people of Haryana realized it. They have been fooled by Congress party and Indi Gadbandhan. And immediately the election, which was said to be one-sided, immediately people responded. And look what happened to Congress party. Because this is the height of hypocrisy. When Owaisi says that, okay, I have to unite Muslims, when he runs the whole rally in Mumbai, it is not appeasement. It is not polarization. And when somebody in BJP says, batenge to katenge, ek rahenge to next, that becomes polarization. Why? What is wrong in uniting Hindus?
A very good point raised. Very good point.
Politics. You cannot do appeasement at the cost of Hindus. You cannot divide Hindus and play your appeasement politics. Your success cannot be cost of it at the cost of Hindus. You must realize that Hindus are awake. They have realized the same thing in Haryana. The same thing has been realized in Jharkhand, and same thing is realized in Maharashtra.
See, everybody has a right to make their political choices. Syed Aslam, can I invite you before you speak? 1 minute. See, every political party has a right. And I believe we should not make value judgments about the strategy of other parties. If Owaisi wants to unite Muslims, good. As long as he's not uniting Muslims against anyone. Right? Similarly, if Congress party is also doing a fair amount of effort to bringing Muslims together, like right now, they are trying to bring Muslims together in Wayanad, they are trying to bring Muslims together in Maharashtra. So, it is your strategy. Am I saying it's bad?
Arnab,
have I ever said the Congress strategy of unifying Muslims is bad?
Nobody has to bring Muslims together, right?
Oh.
The irony is, I'm speaking like a responsible Muslim. I'm a proud citizen of this nation. I'm speaking like a proud citizen of this nation.
Nobody has to bring Muslims together. Muslims are together, is what Syed Aslam is saying.
Arnab, listen, okay? We live in the beautiful, biggest democracy of the world.
I agree, it's very beautiful and it's the biggest.
Allow me to speak,
The
please.
scenery is very nice. The Himalayas are beautiful. There are a lot of forests. Can you come to the subject?
Please, yes. Where the electoral process allows us to talk about the developmental issues, whether it is OAC or the BJP. No one should seek votes in the name of the religion. What are Muslims being used as? Muslims have been used as vote banks for decades together.
Very sad.
Whether it is Congress or
Very
BJP, they have been used as vote
Who
banks.
is using you?
Today,
who is
Muslims
using you?
know.
You can share with me, you confide in me.
Arnab, please.
Confidentially, you tell me who is using you. No, who is using you? No, I feel bad. If anybody tells me, if a Muslim brother tells me, we are being used as vote banks, my heart breaks.
Absolutely.
Who is using you?
Absolutely.
Who is using you as vote bank?
So
who is using you as vote bank?
No, allow me.
No, you tell Shalini, who is using you as vote bank?
Arnab.
Who is, I can't leave a thing half said. Who is using you as a vote bank?
So today,
किसकी हिम्मत हुई आपको वोट बैंक बनाने की? किसने की?
Please allow me to speak.
किसने की?
Please allow me to speak.
क्या बीजेपी ने आपको मुस्लिम वोट बैंक की तरह यूज किया? क्या बीजेपी ने यूज किया आपको एज अ वोट बैंक? किसने यूज की? Who used you as a vote bank? Who used you as a vote bank? 1. Who used you as a vote bank? 2. Who used you as a vote bank? 3.
Across the party lines, we've been used as vote banks.
Across the
Today,
party
Muslims have a literacy rate of 58%.
Very bad.
58%.
Muslims to
Who's
have a
responsible for
low
this?
literacy rate or
Literacy
not
rate of
being
58%.
responsible enough to vote on the basis
our
of
representation in
it's the
bureaucracy
Muslims themselves.
2.5%.
I would like to come in and say that we are talking about elections taking place.
Shalini is responding on the debate. Her volume is higher. Shalini.
We want fair elections, Arnab. We want everyone to vote, and we want the Muslim community today to think about what has been given to them in so many years. The Congress and other parties gave us riots in Meerut and Muzaffarnagar and other parts of this country. What has BJP given it? And if today we are talking about everyone coming forward, I would not only say Hindus, I would say even Muslims, I would say each and every Indian to come together on one platform and think about development and vote. Why is it that the Muslims don't vote for the BJP? That is because we have people who think staunchly against BJP. Those are people who are higher up Maulanas in our community who think that it is a right to deserve to take everything that the government is giving and yet not give the government a chance to work for the upliftment of the Muslims. Look what a joke has happened with an amendment for the Wakf board itself. I mean, ask the Muslims today what is it that they want. like I have said this before, they want roti, kapda and makan. So today, when we are talking about cutenge to batenge, it is not only the Hindus. It's not only the caste system in the Hindus. It is each and every individual who is a nationalist, who is a voter, that they all have to come on one single platform. And the RSS, through Dr. Mohan Bhagwat, has also propagated the same thing. We have the same DNA. Muslims didn't come from anywhere else. There's the highest conversion rate that took place anywhere in this world is India. We have Muslims who were converted from Hindus who still follow the traditions of this country, of Hindu. You go, you will see in marriages, in lots of places in this country where the Hindu traditions are yet followed and the nikah is being read. So if today we are talking about love jihad, then yes, not in the name of love should any conversion take place. I mean, you can't go around fool girls or men.
I believe that I want to say something here. You see, viewers, I want people to vote on issues like development. I want. All of us want to vote on issues like bridges, roads, water, electricity, sewage, right? Law and order, etc., etc., right? Problem is that this is not a responsibility of Hindus alone, right, Dushyant? Muslims must also vote on development, but the Muslims say no, 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 no. Or the Muslim leaders say no, 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 don't vote on development. Vote on the fact कि आप Muslim हो, आप anti-Hindu हो, आप संघियों के खिलाफ हो, आप एज अ मुस्लिम वोट करिए। और इसका बहुत अच्छा उदाहरण है जब कांग्रेस पार्टी के सपोर्टेड नेता मारिया आलम खान ने कहा फर्रुखाबाद में कि बहुत अक्लमंदी के साथ, बहुत जज्बाती ना होकर, बहुत खामोशी के साथ, एक साथ होकर वोट जिहाद करो, वोट जिहाद। तो मैं ये कह रहा हूं मौलाना मुफ्ती साहब, आप क्यों उत्तेजित हो रहे हैं? मैं सच्चाई ऐसे बोलता हूं ना, ऐसे बोलता हूं कि आपको बहुत खटकती है। मैं कुछ नहीं कह रहा हूं, क्योंकि उन्होंने ये और कहा, क्योंकि हम सिर्फ वोटों की जिहाद से ही, वोटों की जिहाद से ही इस संघी सरकार को भगाने का काम कर सकते हैं। देखिए, और ये मुसलमानों को कहा, हिंदुओं को नहीं कहा।
अर्नब, हमें तो हमारे साथ तो लोकसभा के वक्त से छल हो रहा है।
हम मतलब कौन? हम मतलब कौन?
नहीं,
हम मतलब कौन? आप ऐसे इंडियन बात नहीं करते हर वक्त, हम, तुम, हिंदू, मुस्लिम, हम कौन? हम कौन?
के साथ जिन्होंने भरोसा किया, उन लोगों के साथ जिन्होंने भरोसा किया कांग्रेस के ऊपर में या दूसरी पार्टियों के ऊपर में लोकसभा के वक्त में, उन्होंने धोखा दिया और मुसलमानों को हिस्सेदारी नहीं दी। अभी विधानसभा के अंदर में, महाराष्ट्र के अंदर में हम लोगों ने अपनी मांग की कि भाई हमें हिस्सेदारी तो दो, हमारी टिकटें तो दो, हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव तो दो, कुछ नहीं दिया गया है हमारे लोगों को।
ये हम तो शालिनी अली is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen. शालिनी अली versus Mansoor Ziai is a fight tonight.
हमारे साथ
मोटरसाइकिल रैली कर आ जाते हैं। आप इसी हिसाब से पूछिए वक्फ कमिटमेंट के खिलाफ क्यों है?
50-50 शालिनी is louder.
जितने बेरोजगार लोग हैं उन्हें वक्फ बोर्ड से नौकरियां नहीं मिल रही है। मैं जब वहां देखती हूँ बेवाह महिलाएं मेरे दरवाजे पे आती है, वहाँ वक्फ बोर्ड उनको कोई ऐसा इंतजाम करके नहीं देता है। तो आपके पास ओवैसी साहब जैसे ठेकेदार हैं, वैसे ठेकेदार हैं तो समझते हैं कि हाँ सरकार
शालिनी अली
कितने सलीम, कितने इरशाद, कितने अपने खाते में पैसे आते हुए, राशन आते हुए वापस सरकार को वापस दे दिया। तो अगर आप इस सरकार का खा रहे हैं, अगर आप इस सरकार का डेवलपमेंट ले रहे हैं, तो आपको इस सरकार को देना चाहिए वोट। आपको उस सरकार को नहीं देना चाहिए जिन्होंने मेरठ में दंगे करवाए, जिन्होंने मुजफ्फरनगर में
Ladies and gentlemen, what is vote jihad? What is vote jihad?
अमेठी के रंग से क्यों देखा जाता है? अमेठी के चश्मे से हमें क्यों देखते हैं?
पढ़े लिखे मुसलमान है मौलाना साहब, आज के डेट में पढ़े लिखे मुसलमानों को ये बात आप समझाइए कि आपको
solid fight by Shalini Ali, giving it back to Mufti Ziai. Mufti Ziai now responding. Mufti Ziai.
देखिए हमारे साथ काल होता, हमारी सियासत छीनी जाती है, हमारी रियासत छीनी जाती है, हमारी सियासत छीनी जाती है, हमारा सब कुछ छीन लिया जाता है मैडम। 75 साल से मुसलमान भगा जा रहा है।
करके रखे जिसकी
अच्छा आपने कहा now the core issue is Shalini 1 minute. दोनों हमारे जो वक्ता हैं जिन्होंने मुस्लिम पक्ष से बात रखी, या फिर कहा जाए एंटी बीजेपी पक्ष से बात रखी, उन्होंने कहा कि मुसलमानों को ठगा गया है। ठगा, which means ठगरी।
ठगा गया।
ठगा गया।
सच कहा, ठगा गया।
ठगा किस?
और 75 साल से ठगा जा रहा है।
किसने 75 साल से ठगा?
लोकसभा में उन तमाम सेकुलर पार्टियों ने हमें ठगा है।
क्या आप रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी को ठग कह रहे हैं? आप रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी को ठग कह रहे हैं? उनके पार्टी को ठग वाली पार्टी कह रहे हैं?
Categorically mentioning that the Muslim community।
रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी कांग्रेस के बैठे हुए हैं, आपके उनको क्या कह रहे हैं? इन्होंने आपको ठगा?
75 सालों से।
Can you be quiet? Can the other person be quiet, Syed Aslam? And I'm asking. Check the audio windows, please.
दिया जाता है, सिर्फ हमसे वादे किए जाते हैं और वादों पर जीने के लिए कहा जाता है। मुसलमान महाराष्ट्र का इस बार वादे पर जीने वाला नहीं है। मुसलमानों को उसकी हिस्सेदारी मिलनी चाहिए और नहीं मिली तो याद रखें, मुसलमान हिंदू तमाम कांग्रेसियों का बाइकाट करेंगे और उन तमाम सेकुलर वादियों का बाइकाट करेंगे जो सेकुलर के नाम पे मुसलमानों को ठगते आ रहे हैं। आप समझिए ना, लोकसभा के वक्त में हम ये देंगे, हम वो देंगे, क्या दिया है मुसलमानों को? 75 साल से ठग रहे भाई ये लोग हमारे को।
रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी, द एक्यूजेशन इज अगेंस्ट यू।
वजह क्या है कि इनके पास
डॉक्टर गोस्वामी क्या से क्या हो गए देखते देखते। When I come to your show now, I just feel like I'm on a BJP preacher's adda, and you are so engrossed reading the script of BJP that.
Come to the point, yeah. Don't make a personal comment. Come to the point. Forget all this. You have been called a party of thugs by Mufti CJI. You respond to that.
To the point. Don't disturb, sir. 14th March 2019 to till date, and you again say that Ratnakar Shetty.
Acha, Ratnakar Tripathi.
So you are so much engrossed with the BJP prophecy, na? So that you just forget.
There is no BJP prophecy. You see, you are a party that wants to bring Muslims together. One minute, Rohan and Dushan. One minute. No. You want? Why do you want to bring Muslims together? BJP wants to bring Hindus together. कुछ गलत कहा क्या मैंने? आप मुसलमानों को एक साथ करना चाहते हैं, एकजुट करना चाहते हैं, ये हिंदुओं को एकजुट करना चाहते हैं। अगर मैंने आपके खिलाफ बोला कि आप एक समुदाय के लोगों को एकजुट करना चाहते हैं, तो मैं इनके खिलाफ भी बोल रहा हूं कि हिंदुओं को एकजुट करना चाहते हैं। कुछ गलत कहा क्या? कुछ गलत कहा क्या? इज इट नॉट ट्रू? कांग्रेस वांट्स टू ब्रिंग मुस्लिम्स टुगेदर, बीजेपी वांट्स टू ब्रिंग हिंदूज टुगेदर। सिंपल।
आप बोलने देंगे कि आप ही बोलते रहेंगे?
नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूं ना, मैं एक ही बात कह रहा हूं
ना। बुलाया क्यों फिर आपने?
यू आर अ प्रो मुस्लिम पार्टी।
हाँ, मैं बता रहा हूं आपको, जो आप हिंदुओं को एकता का बोल रहे हैं ना, ये देखिए जात की बात आपने की, कैसी ठकुरती थी योगी आदित्यनाथ में, गाली देना था ब्राह्मणों को, तो क्या बोला उन्होंने?
फिर वो ब्राह्मण, नॉन ब्राह्मण, कास्ट, फ्रेंच स्ट्रक्चरलिस्ट, विदेशी थिंकिंग,
प्लीज डोंट इंटरप्ट,
फॉरेन थिंकिंग।
मैं फिर नहीं बोलूंगा डॉक्टर गोस्वामी, प्लीज।
But foreign thinking मत करें।
I will keep quiet.
No, but this is Western thinking.
No, please. आपके ट्रेल
आप गलत इतिहास पढ़ रहे हैं।
नहीं, क्यों? योगी आदित्यनाथ ने बोला कि विभाजनकारी लोगों में रावण का डीएनए है, क्यों बोला? ब्राह्मणों को गाली दे।
आप गलत इतिहास पढ़ते हैं। आप गलत इतिहास पढ़ते हैं।
सुनिए महाराज, ऋषि विश्वश्रवा का लड़का, पुलस का नाती पोता है ना, अगस्त का नाती, ब्राह्मणों को गाली देनी है तो दीजिए ना। रावण
हर बात पे ब्राह्मण, नॉन ब्राह्मण, ये विदेशी थिंकिंग वाली सोच, ये विदेशी हिस्ट्री।
बताइए ना।
मैं बताता हूँ आपको, असली इतिहास ये होती है, असली इतिहास ये होती है, आपको बताता हूँ आपको असली इतिहास आपको पढ़ाता हूँ, असली इतिहास आपको पढ़ाता हूँ मैं। त्रिपाठी जी, आपकी परीक्षा नहीं लूंगा, आपको पढ़ाऊंगा।
आप मुझे बताइए, आपके अंदर डीएनए किसका होगा सर? आपकी फैमिली ट्री का होगा ना। तो रावण का डीएनए विभाजनकारी लोगों में, गाली दे दो और आप कह रहे हैं जात की बात ना करो, ठकुरैती चढ़ी हुई है। आप मुझे बता रहे हैं
आप जात के आगे कुछ भी देखते हैं?
आप ब्राह्मणों को,
आप जात को छोड़ के कुछ भी देखते हैं? आप ये ब्राह्मणवाद मत कीजिए मेरे त्रिपाठी जी। एक टीवी प्रोग्राम पे आके खुलकर ब्राह्मणवाद कर रहे हैं।
पूर्वजों को गाली देंगे और बताएं
आप क्यों ऐसा कर रहे हैं? आप इतने कास्टिस्ट कब से बन गए?
डॉक्टर गोस्वामी, आप भी ब्राह्मण हैं, आपको आदत होगी।
मैं हिंदू हूँ, मैं हिंदू हूँ, हिंदू था और हिंदू रहूंगा। मैं हिंदू हूँ और भारतीय हूँ। आप क्या है? आप शिया है, आप सुन्नी है, आप क्या है? आप क्या है?
आप मुझे बताइए,
आप क्या है? मैं तो कहता हूँ मैं हिंदू हूँ, सदैव हिंदू रहूंगा। आप क्या है भाई साहब?
नहीं, आप मुझे बताइए,
आप कौन है? आप मनुवादी हैं?
जब कोई स्कॉलरशिप लिखता है, क्या लिखता है? SC ST की स्कॉलरशिप लिखता है, क्या लिखता है?
मैंने तो सिर्फ भारतीय लिखी।
क्या लिखता है?
आपने अपनी कास्ट लिखी होगी, मैंने नहीं लिखी।
हिंदू लिखने,
मैंने नहीं लिखा, मैंने हिंदू लिखा।
नहीं, आपने हिंदू लिखा।
मैंने हिंदू लिखा।
जब शेड्यूल
और मैं हिंदू लिखूंगा।
सुनिए, और OBC को ट्राइब लिखना होगा।
मैं आपने आखिरी दिन तक हिंदू लिखूंगा। आप क्या लिखेंगे? सूफी लिखेंगे?
लिखेगा?
शिया लिखेंगे?
मैं दलित हूं, मैं
आप लिखेंगे क्या?
मैं मुसहर हूं, ये लिखेगा?
आप लिखेंगे? यही तो छोटी सोच होती है ना।
आपके जो पुरोधा है ना, उनको खाली ये काम है कि
भाई आप हिंदुओं को नहीं तोड़ पाएंगे। त्रिपाठी जी मेरी बात सुनिए, आप फ्रस्ट्रेट हो चुके हैं क्योंकि आप हिंदुओं को नहीं तोड़ पा रहे। क्योंकि अभी मोदी, योगी, RSS खुलकर कह रहे हैं सजग हो जाओ भाई, हिंदू सजग हो जाए। रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी जैसे लोग आपको ये पश्चिमी सोच के साथ आपको तोड़ने आए हैं।
जी, ये पश्चिमी सोच है कि अपने ऋषि,
हाँ पश्चिमी सोच है,
उनको
पश्चिमी सोच है। या आप एक कोटेशन को लेके इतिहास पढ़ेंगे तो ये बताइए सुनिए त्रिपाठी जी, आपके ओवैसी और आपके ओवैसी के हैदराबाद के निजाम, इन्होंने क्वीन एलिजाबेथ को 300 हीरो की माला क्यों दी? इन्होंने निजाम ने क्वीन एलिजाबेथ को 300 हीरो की माला क्यों दी?
जी मैं बता रहा हूं।
और 1857 में निजाम ब्रिटिश के साथ थे, किसके साथ थे बताऊं मैं? मुंह खोलूं कि नहीं खोलूं? अरे 8 करोड़ हिंदुओं को मारा कि नहीं? सदियों से 8 करोड़ हिंदू की हत्या हुई कि नहीं? मुगल और सल्तनत के समय में। अब मुंह चुप हो गई आपकी, कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, चुप हो गए। अरे भाई काशी विश्वनाथ पर अरे काशी विश्वनाथ मंदिर पर आक्रमण हुआ, कहूं मैं कि नहीं कहूं? वोट जिहाद करना चाहते हैं आप लोग? सिर्फ वोट जिहाद?
आप बताइए मुझे।
मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन दे रहे हैं आप? दे रहे हैं 10% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन महाराष्ट्र में, तो बताइए मुझे। 10% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन दे रहे हैं तो बोलिए रोहन दुआ को दे रहे हैं हम। हाँ नहीं बोलेंगे, कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे, ना इधर ना उधर की बात करेंगे, सिर्फ वोट को अपने पॉकेट में डालेंगे। है हिम्मत तो बोल दीजिए मुसलमानों को दे दी हमने 10% रिजर्वेशन, चलो मान ली। दी है कि नहीं दी है? नहीं रोहन दुआ जी को बोलिए कि दी है कि नहीं दी है। अरे क्या बात करते हैं आप, बोलिए 10% दी। मांग की उलेमा ने, आपने दी। उलेमा ने मांग की, आपने दी। मतलब की बात कहूं मैं, पतली गली से भाग जाएंगे अभी आप? Tell me.
बीजेपी के प्रवक्ता बनके
अरे you are not being able to answer my question. Did you give 10% Muslim reservation? Are you giving 10% Muslim reservation in Maharashtra? Come to the point. Rohan Dua is avoiding me now. Now he's trying to slip away. He is trying to slip away. Am I asking for Hindu reservation? No. But is Mufti asking for Muslim reservation? Yes.
नहीं देंगे
नहीं देंगे। नाउ देखिए,
प्लेइंग विद मुस्लिम्स ऑफ
पानी पीजिए। Rohan Dua is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen, of the polarization in the Maharashtra elections. Rohan Gupta, sorry, I got all the names wrong tonight. Rohan Gupta.
I'm Rohan Gupta.
It's all right.
Okay, so Arnab, see, you have exposed their hypocrisy. अभी हमारे साथी ने कहा कि 70 साल हमको कांग्रेस ने,
हालत खराब होगी आज रत्नाकर त्रिपाठी की।
कांग्रेस ने तुष्टीकरण के नाम पे मुसलमानों को बेवकूफ बनाया। आज हमारे साथी बोल रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको कुछ नहीं करना है, उनको सिर्फ तुष्टीकरण करना है। और यही भाजपा का विरोध है कि आप तुष्टीकरण कर रहे हैं, आप मत करिए।
ओपन डिबेट, लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन। देवेंद्र फडणवीस विजुअल्स,
गवर्नेंस और विकास यात्रा, दे आर वेलकम।
Rohan Gupta is speaking, let him speak. Ratnakar Tripathi, let Rohan Gupta speak and come in after that.
योजना की हम बात करते हैं, मुसलमानों के कभी लिया गया है? Every Muslim gets the right.
Rohan Gupta, louder tonight, louder on the debate.
प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना हो, सबको लाभ मिल रहा है। और इसीलिए अगर दिल से कोई मुसलमान सोचेगा तो भाजपा ने उसने पाया है, पर ये अपीसमेंट पॉलिटिक्स के कारण वो लोग वोट नहीं कर पा रहे हैं। दिस इज द फैक्ट, बिकॉज दे वांट टू प्ले देयर पॉलिटिक्स बैड, लाउड एंड क्लियर, and you have exposed them very badly today. He is smiling.
Ratnakar Tripathi is sweating, can't reply also tonight.
They had promised 4% reservation in Karnataka. They have not done. In Andhra, they have returned the file of reservation 3 times. They fooled Muslims. They said that we will give you reservation. They knew that the reservation in name of religion is not possible under our constitution. Still they sent the file to Rashtrapati. The file got returned. This is the way they have fooled Muslims. Because they want to do their appeasement politics. They don't want Hindus and Muslims united. And their BJP is against this Muslim appeasement. Anybody who wants to join the Vikas Yatra of Modi ji, of Bharat, they are welcome, whether it is Hindu or Muslim. But we will not allow appeasement politics in name of Waqf. We will not allow Muslim appeasement in name of dividing.
BJP versus Congress
why you
on
are
both
getting
sides
hurt because of एक रहेंगे, safe रहेंगे. ये safe रहेंगे हर उस भारतीय के लिए है जो भारत की विकास यात्रा में जुड़ना चाहता है. हर एक भारतीय के लिए है. आप मत तोड़िए हिंदू मुसलमान को. आपकी राजनीति एक्सपोज हो गई है. तेलंगाना आता है, आप एसटी और एसटी के सब प्लान का बजट डाइवर्ट करके माइनॉरिटी को डाइवर्ट करते हो.
रोहन जी,
हरियाणा में, हिमाचल में देखिए क्या आपने हल कर दिया. एक मस्जिद के लिए आपका मंत्री उठ के बोला था, उसको आपने चुप करवा दिया. कर्नाटक में जिस प्रकार की हाल देखिए क्या हो रहा है. वक्फ बोर्ड के हर गांव में नोटिस भेज रहा है. ये क्या हो रहा है? ये अपीसमेंट नहीं है तो क्या है? ये बंद करिए ये अपीसमेंट. देश की जनता माफ नहीं करेगी. और इसीलिए आज पूरा देश, आपने एक बार तो ये खेल लिया लोकसभा में, अब जनता बेवकूफ नहीं बनेगी. हरियाणा में आपको जवाब दिया, अभी भी सुधर जाइए. महाराष्ट्र में वही जवाब मिलेगा, झारखंड में वही जवाब मिलेगा. अगर आप डिवीजन की पॉलिटिक्स करेंगे, अंग्रेजों के पचिरों पे चलेंगे, पश्चिमी सोच माफ नहीं करेगी. सुधर जाइए, अपीसमेंट बंद करिए, विकास की राजनीति कीजिए. जैसे अर्नब ने कहा, अगर आप विकास के नाम पे बात करने को तैयार है, मैं चैलेंज हूं डिबेट करने के लिए. अपीसमेंट मत करिए.
कुछ भी कहेंगे.
अगर अपीसमेंट करेंगे तो हिंदुओं को एक होना पड़ेगा. अपीसमेंट करेंगे तो नफरत फैलेगी. मत करिए अपीसमेंट. सबको एक रख के बात करिए. अगर आपकी राजनीति में दम है, आपके काम में दम है, हिमाचल की तरह नौकरियां नहीं दे पाएंगे.
और रोहन गुप्ता ऑन अ रोल,
तो बंद करिए अपनी.
He's on a roll.
अब मैं जा रहा हूं.
आप क्यों जा रहे हैं? आप डिबेट कीजिए, आप पानी पीजिए, आप सब संयम के साथ, ठहराव के साथ डिबेट कीजिए. अब जा क्यों रहे? आप जा क्यों रहे? डिबेट इज बिकम टू हॉट फॉर यू.
ना आपके लिए होगा. आप मुझे पहले चुपचाप बोलने दीजिएगा ना, मैं सच में डिबेट छोड़ दूंगा. माननीय रोहन गुप्ता,
धमकी दे रहे.
धमकी अब धमकी पे आ गए रत्नाकर
करके उनके डीएनए को गरिया के आप हिंदुओं को एक कर रहे हैं. आप तमाम ऋषि मुनियों को गरिया रहे हैं. और हमको क्या बता रहे हैं? गुजरात, मध्य प्रदेश और बिहार, सीक्वेंस से बता रहा हूं, 27, 24 और 23 मुस्लिम क्लास को आपने ओबीसी के रिजर्वेशन में डाला हुआ. हटाइए ना. काहे नहीं हटा रहे हैं?
क्यों हटाए? ये क्या लॉजिक है? कांग्रेस कह रही है कि मुसलमानों को आरक्षण से हटा दीजिए. ये क्या कह रहे हैं रत्नाकर जी? यू आर आस्किंग फॉर मुस्लिम्स टू बी टेकन अवे फ्रॉम रिजर्वेशंस.
यस, हम कह रहे हैं.
माय गॉड, आई ऑलवेज न्यू यू हैड अ कंस्पिरेसी.
Now I won't speak.
I always knew. No, don't run. Don't leave. Don't. You said, I repeat it.
नहीं, आप बीच में बहुत बोलते हैं गोस्वामी जी.
सब बीच में बोलने की आदत है, मगर आपने जो कहा वही रिपीट.
You mind it, मैं नहीं आऊंगा.
नहीं, I said something. I was repeating what you said.
मुझे बोलने दीजिए, नहीं तो मुझे फिर उम्मीद मत कीजिए कि मैं आऊं. प्लीज.
नहीं, मगर आपको मैंने रिपीट किया और कुछ नहीं किया.
फिर से रोहन गुप्ता ने इतना गलत बोला, आपने बीच में बोला.
क्या गलत बोला?
ना, आप चुप रहिए. मैं जब बोलूं तो आप अपना सरमन चालू कीजिए.
आप खत्म ही नहीं करते. आप खत्म नहीं करते.
आपकी आदत पड़ गई है कि आप बीजेपी प्रॉम्प्ट कर रहे हैं.
नहीं, मैं प्रॉम्प्ट नहीं कर रहा हूं.
अरे ट्यूटोरियल.
But you don't even listen to my question, Mr. Tripathi. See my question. What I'm saying is, Mr. Tripathi, listen to me. Mr. Tripathi, Dushyant will come. You don't like me. You have a problem with me. आपको मेरे से प्रॉब्लम है. मेरे आर्ग्यूमेंट से प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. आप दुष्यंत जी बोल रहे थे, आप सुन रहे थे. आपको मेरे से नफरत है. Your problem is you have a nafrat with me. You have a nafrat with me. I need to bring Dushyant in. I need to bring Dushyant in.
नफरती कीटाणु होते हैं ना, उसको सब नफरती समझ में आते हैं.
अच्छा ठीक है, हमको आप कीटाणु बोल दीजिए, डेंगू बोल दीजिए, मलेरिया बोल दीजिए, हमारे धर्म को आप कोरोना बोल दीजिए. अब कुछ नहीं कहेंगे.
बोले जा रहे हैं.
कुछ नहीं कहेंगे.
आप मुझे कुछ भी बोल दीजिए. आप मुझे कुछ भी बोल दीजिए, बस कुछ देर चुप रहिए.
वो असंभव है. चुप रहना कुछ क्षणों के लिए असंभव है.
चुप रहिए थोड़ी देर, मुझे बोलने ले दीजिए. आप मुझे कुछ भी बोल लीजिए सर.
Sir, but you've taken an anti-Hindu position.
मैं तो पूछ रहा हूं कि हमको बताया जा रहा है कि हमने रिजर्वेशन देने की पैरवी की. 4% मुस्लिम रिजर्वेशन वाले नायडू के संग ये लड़ रहे हैं और कहते हैं कि मुस्लिम को हम पैट्रोनाइज कर रहे हैं. बिहार, मध्य प्रदेश और गुजरात में मैंने बताया तकरीबन 90 जात जो है का क्लास मुस्लिम्स की ओबीसी कैटेगरी के अंदर डाली हुई है. इन्होंने हटा देना. ये हटा नहीं पाएंगे. हम जो बात करते हैं संविधान की करते हैं. ये संविधान के खिलाफ है. दे आर अगेंस्ट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. दे वांट टू चेंज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, रीराइट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन विद द नेम ऑफ द राइटर नरेंद्र मोदी. सो यू बी विद इट.
Nobody believes that anymore. रत्नाकर जी आपको अभी आपने आपकी बात सुनी, अभी आप 2 मिनट रुक जाइए और आपको मैं एक बात कहना चाहता हूं, मैं हाथ जोड़ के आपसे कह रहा हूं विनम्रता पूर्वक कि खाली कारतूस यानी कि एम्प्टी शेल को यूज करके कोई फायदा नहीं होगा। ये खाली कारतूस है कि संविधान बदला जाएगा, सब खत्म हो जाएगा, पोल्यूशन बढ़ जाएगी, भारत खत्म हो जाएगा, संविधान खतरे में है। ये व्हाट इज दिस आर्ग्यूमेंट? नो संविधान इज इन एनी खतरा। ओके नोबडी इज चेंजिंग द संविधान।
आप चाहते हैं हिंदू एक के नाम पे आप सबका रिजर्वेशन,
हिंदू एक क्यों ना हो? हिंदू एक क्यों ना हो? ये लॉजिक, हिंदू एक क्यों ना हो? नहीं, इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? आई वॉन्ट हिंदूज टू बी टुगेदर, आई वॉन्ट हिंदूज टू बी टुगेदर। व्हाट इज रॉन्ग? व्हाट इज रॉन्ग?
There is nothing wrong.
Then why are you scared? Why are you talking like that? Why are you getting aggressive? Why are you getting? If nothing wrong, then relax. No, pranayam kijiye.
Unite Hindus only. The nation should be.
No, let Hindu Muslims be together.
You are the persons with. I mean, you want to divide the nation.
No, I want to unite the country by bringing Hindus together.
Muslims को दे दो, कांग्रेस को हिंदू हम रख लेंगे.
But Muslims को, because Congress wants Muslim vote.
43% बीजेपी, सुनिए डॉक्टर गोस्वामी, 43% बीजेपी ने वोट पाया. कितना बचता है? आप बताइए, 57% वोट बचते हैं ना?
आप अभी कमला हैरिस की तरह बात कर रहे हैं।
मुस्लिम थे, वो मुस्लिम थे, आप मुझे बताइए। सो यू आर जस्ट कर्जिंग एंड अब्यूजिंग द रेस्ट ऑफ द हिंदूज who didn't vote for BJP.
I'm not cursing anyone. I don't curse anyone. I am just saying today that there is a new movement in this country to unite Hindus. It's a considerable movement, and it's a movement, as Dushyant, see, RSS and BJP are working very closely together. I began my program by saying the result of this working closely together will be known on 23rd of November. Maybe it will work, maybe it will not work. I think it will work beautifully. That's what. I can only make my prediction. I may be wrong, but Dushyant can respond. Dushyant. And Dushyant has been talking about this much before me, by the way. He's the first person who came on national television and says Hindus must consolidate as a political force. तो मुझे अगर गाली दे रहे हैं, मेरे से नफरत करते हैं, तो इनसे भी कीजिए। ये भी आपके छोटे भ्राता है।
नहीं, मैं आपसे नफरत नहीं करता हूं।
Come on. Dushyant, you can make the point, please, directly to the esteemed Professor Tripathi.
Yeah, Arnab, namaskaram, and I heard all my panelists very patiently. Thank you so much for the patience that you will all extend towards me. Very quickly, 3 points. The first point, when I read the text of what Shri Devendra Fadnavis has spoken, he said it is a dharma yuddham. Dharma samsthapanarthaya, says Krishna, which is right and righteousness. I don't think he said that this dharma yuddham is against any particular religion or any particular community. If Muslims want to be a part of this dharma yuddham, they can be a part. I don't think he made any comment against any particular religion, so there's no need to be unfounded panic that the word dharma yuddham is against a particular religion. Point number 1. And with respect to Shri Asaduddin Owaisi, who made 2 points. Point number 2 is he said that our ancestors fought against the British and they didn't write love letters. Just to give him a quick reminder of his own history. In 1927, when MIM, the precursor to AIMIM, was founded, Nawaz Khan was pro-partition, wanted to have an Ashraf dominion in India, and in 1944, Kazim Razvi, he was supporting the Razakars, so much so that the court had to send him out of the jail to go to Pakistan. So I don't know which ancestor he's talking about fighting against the British. And the third last point that I would like to make, Arnab, he did say, Asaduddin Owaisi, he did say that even if Narendra Modi,
I just want to ask you, sir, with all due respect to you,
get together,
with all due respect to you, just one point.
Able to fight against me on a debate.
One
I'm
quick
very
point.
sure they can't.
Dushyant, louder.
The warning that was given
I just want one quick point. Do you know in 1942?
Mufti on the right.
In 1942, Hindu Mahasabha formed the government.
Mufti is being given a chance.
देखिए, मैं अर्नब देश को ये भी कहना चाहता हूँ, खासकर महाराष्ट्र के लोगों को, और हमारे रोहन गुप्ता जी सामने बैठे थे। मैं 2 बातें कहना चाहूंगा कि जो लोग रसूलुल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम की शान में गुस्ताखी कर रहे हैं, उनके ऊपर में कानून बनाइए, उनके ऊपर में कदगन लगाइए, और जो मॉब लिंचिंग हो रही है, मुसलमानों के साथ ज्यादती हो रही है, आप वो खत्म कर दीजिए। महाराष्ट्र का मुसलमान बीजेपी को वोट देने को तैयार है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है आपको वोट देने में, लेकिन मुसलमानों की आस्था के साथ जो खेला जाता है, उस खिलवाड़ को खत्म कर दीजिए। मैं समझता हूँ जितने दिनों से 75 साल से जो हमारे साथ धोखा हुआ है,
जिन सन्यासियों, जिन साधुओं का नरसंहार हुआ, जिनकी मॉब लिंचिंग हुई पालघर में, उनके बारे में भूल गए मुफ्ती जी? पालघर के साधुओं के साथ जो मॉब लिंचिंग हुई उसके बारे में भी दो शब्द कह दीजिए, कष्ट ना हो तो।
मैं उसके भी खिलाफ हूँ अर्नब, जिन लोगों के साथ हुआ उनके खिलाफ हूँ।
उस समय आपके उद्धव जी कहाँ थे?
कानून बना दीजिए ना, और उन तमाम बुजुर्गों के शान में जो गुस्ताखी करते हैं उनके ऊपर में कानून बना दीजिए। मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ हिंदुस्तान का और महाराष्ट्र का तमाम मुसलमान बीजेपी को वोट दे देगा।
Okay, on the debate, Rohan Gupta is on the debate, ladies and gentlemen, closing in 30 seconds.
अर्नब, दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम। आपने बहुत सही बोला, आपने कहा, मैंने ये कहा अपीसमेंट नहीं करेगी भाजपा। अगेन आई एम टेलिंग यू, मुझे बताइए सरकार की जितनी योजना है, क्या हिंदू मुसलमान के बीच भेदभाव होता है? आयुष्मान भारत, उज्ज्वला योजना, प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, मैक्सिमम बेनिफिशियरी मुस्लिम्स है। कभी मोदी जी ने ये नहीं कहा कि हमारे मुस्लिम भाई बहनों को नहीं मिलेगा। ये आपकी सोच है, आपके लीडरों की सोच है।
आप इन लोगों के ऊपर में कानून बनाइए ना,
और आप बीजेपी को वोट नहीं कर रहे। मैंने ऐसे 50 इंटरव्यू देखे जहां पे नेशनलिस्ट मुस्लिम
Shalini is also on the debate.
योर माइंडसेट बिकॉज़ यू लव अपीसमेंट। आप वक्फ बोर्ड का विरोध करना मुसलमान का विरोध नहीं है, आपको समझना पड़ेगा। वक्फ बोर्ड में अगर रिफॉर्म की जरूरत है तो आप लोगों को उसके साथ में आना पड़ेगा।
होनी चाहिए, हिंदू की भी मॉब लिंचिंग होती है। मैं आपसे फिर से पूछती हूँ, कितने समीर है, कितने अशरफ है जिन्होंने अपने पैसे जो आए होंगे आपके खाते में या पीएम आवास योजना का उन्होंने फायदा उठाया हुआ और तब भी वो बीजेपी का सपोर्ट करते हैं? बहुत कम है और शायद नील के तरफ है। तो जब आप बात करते हैं मॉब लिंचिंग की, तो मॉब लिंचिंग करते आप भारत को बीच में मत लेकर आइए।
Without doubt, the debate, the political situation in Maharashtra is extremely polarized. As I said, the Congress and its allies want to bring the Muslim vote together primarily, and the BJP wants to bring the Hindu vote together with the help of the RSS. Ladies and gentlemen, now quick look at global affairs. There were reports of a recent call between Trump and Putin. Report came out. Apparently, Putin was told by Trump, exercise restraint, I have my armies in Europe. But now the Russians have come and said, and I just have what they've said, they said it's complete and absolute fiction. Pure fiction. There has been no conversation between Trump and Putin.
According to Western media reports, Donald Trump held a phone call with Russian President Vladimir Putin today. Trump reportedly asked President Putin to not escalate the war in Ukraine. Kremlin, on the other hand, has categorically denied that such a call even took place in the first place. A theme very central to Donald Trump's 2024 campaign was to stop the ongoing Ukraine war. The president-elect was once asked who he wants to win in this particular war. Trump answered he doesn't want anyone to win the war as long as the conflict comes to an end.
Every time Zelensky comes to the United States, he walks away with $100 billion. I think he's the greatest salesman on earth. But we're stuck in that war unless I'm president. I'll get it done. I'll get it negotiated. I'll get out. We got to get out.
Furthermore, he has often maintained the opinion that the Biden-Kamala duo did not know how to talk to Putin. Trump's victory has birthed renewed hopes that the war in Ukraine might actually come to an end. However, it is yet to be seen if Trump's words comprised actual resolve or was it just mere rhetoric.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I first like to go across to Professor Andrew Latham, who is joining us from Minnesota today. He's a well-known geostrategic analyst, and on the other side is senior Russian journalist Tatiana Kokoreva. Professor Latham, this news, it seems to be a hoax because Kremlin has denied it. You think such a call could have happened? Wasn't it sounding too casual for Trump to just pick up the phone and start doing straight one-to-one chat with Putin when Putin hasn't even acknowledged his victory yet?
Well, it's both Putin and Trump have incentives to, I won't say lie, mislead their respective audiences. I'm largely convinced that there was no phone call unless there was in Donald Trump's head. But I also think he's signaling quite clearly that he's willing to put some pressure on both the Ukrainian side and to the extent possible on the Russian side to bring these two, Zelensky and Putin, together and to provide some kind of an off-ramp for both of them, and therefore end this war, not in the first 24 hours, as he claimed ludicrously during the campaign, initiatives of his new administration. I think this is a pretty high priority, and I think he's signaling now to both sides, especially to Putin, you've got pretty much what you want, and Zelensky, you're losing the war, let's bring it to a close.
Yeah, but is Russia ready to end the war? Tatiana.
Arnab, it's interesting that you're asking me this instead of literally asking me the same question. Can I just comment on the view of my US
on the so-called phone call?
Let's talk about the one side that is inclined to mislead in this specific instance, because let me remind you that the Kremlin has said no such phone call happened. The Trump administration never actually said anything. It's a report by Washington Post. So why aren't we questioning the media that are speculating on this, citing unknown, obviously anonymous sources, a media that has a clear history of left-wing bias? So let me translate this: affiliated with the side that has lost this election. And second of all, let's come back to the fact. Trump is not yet president. Yes, he has won an election. There's still the Electoral College that has to vote in December. He will not be actually president until January. So let's please come back to reality and not discuss something that cannot actually happen until he is president, which is not yet for another, let's say, well, not 2 months, but, 1 month and how many days? 20-something days. Shall we?
Yep. Sergey, yes. Can you hear me? He's Director of Communications at the BRICS Cultural Media Forum. Sergey, who's the pressure on? I think the pressure is going to be on Trump. He's given this 24-hour deadline of ending the war, raised expectations.
First of all, my opinion is that Indian media puts so much attention for this fact, but it's not actually a fact that Donald Trump called to Vladimir Putin, because our press secretary of our president not confirmed this, and I agree that Donald Trump is not president yet. But all global society has a bigger expectation about the future, and especially Russian-American relationships. That's why I can see the special peacemaking role of India in this dialogue, because both of our president and Prime Minister Narendra Modi, they have a warm relationship with the future president of America, Donald Trump. That's why I can see that there's a lot of possibilities with the dialogue of civilization, because Trump is a representative of new elite of America. He's more businessman than politician. You know very well that usually American policy is to control, to dominate, to cheat global leaders, to make everything for their benefits. But Trump is a representative of such kind of thinking, that win-win situation, like a trader. What we can do for your favor, for my favor. That's why he can be very active and useful for our next dialogue with America. We can restart and refresh our relationships.
You got 3 months now. Basically, I think that Biden has got, 2.5 months. And, yes. And Zelensky knows that when Trump comes in, he's going to stop the aid, or at least this kind of aid. And he's going to tell Putin that whatever territories you've liberated, keep it up to a point, and let's stop the war. Right? So it's as simple as that. So Putin has got 2.5 months to take more territory and then come on the negotiating table. So it's quite set. It's a win-win for Putin either way, Professor Latham. I mean, there's no other way. When a person commits that I'll end the war, he has already given up his cards, Professor Latham. He is committed to ending the war, ending the hostilities. If the hostility, so it's a ball is entirely on Trump's court. He's put himself in a weak position. geopolitically by making the commitment before even being elected?
You know,
he didn't say.
President-elect, and the fact that he hasn't been sworn in is not relevant really to this conversation, because what's going on here is he's signaling what's going to happen on January 20th when he is in control. And here's what's going to happen. He's going to put a lot of pressure on Zelensky. He's going to dial down U.S. aid to Ukraine. And that, the Ukrainian military is crumbling as we speak. Russia is making more advances in the last few weeks than it made since the first few weeks of the war. Ukraine is losing this war, but President Zelensky is very unpopular. He needs an off-ramp. And I think if he can say, well, President Trump forced me, that's partly his off-ramp. On the other side, and this is a bit of a sticking point, President Putin has said that he's happy to have, quote unquote, liberated the chunks of Donetsk and Luhansk that he has. But one of his conditions for peace is that the international community recognizes those two territories as part of the Russian Federation. And that's going to be a hard sell. When I look at Trump, first of all, I don't really like to look at Trump, but when I'm forced to look at Trump and I'm forced to listen to him, he's transactional. He wants to bring this, he has no real vested interest here, other than telling the American people that even before he was sworn into office, he was making things happen. And after he's sworn into office, he brought this terrible war to an end.
Professor Andrew, he's already committed. He has to just follow through.
Yes.
And he has to just call off the war. There is no mediation required now. America is the mediator. Actually, it's always a proxy American war, and Trump is not interested. It's over. Putin can grab all the territory he's got. Zelensky will be thrown out.
Yes.
Europe is going to back off because Europe cannot fight Trump. They're fighting too much among themselves. Ukraine does not get any EU membership now or in the next 100 years.
No.
Right? And Putin ends up being the strategic winner out of this, with India and China also doing business with Putin. So, what did America gain out of all this will be the question. I want a word from Tatiana. Is this oversimplifying it, Tatiana? Is this oversimplifying it? You can't trust Trump. Trump can change his line.
You know me, Arnab, I don't like to speculate, but I would disagree with Professor Latham. We come from different parts of this conversation. I actually prefer to, I like to maybe he likes to look at Kamala Harris if he doesn't like to look at Trump, but I don't like to listen to the Democratic candidates or the sitting president. I think it's very, very disappointing that he is even president at this point. It's a disgrace, really. But I think that it was a matter of time. Look, I think we've spoken about this about a year ago, that it's a matter of economics. Europe is already crumbling. We see the events coming out of Germany. People are, the coalition basically has faltered. They are looking at early elections. The people, according to one of the recent polls, are dissatisfied with, basically they don't like either of the candidates. That means that, it's an economic question. Somebody had to stop pouring US taxpayer money into a conflict that has nothing to do with the US, that was designed in order to prove a very simple point, that the US kind of has the means and the opportunity to dictate its terms to everybody. And so far, this point has failed. So it's a very simple question whether Donald Trump, but let's not oversimplify it to a point where, yes, he is a president-elect. He will be sworn in. I obviously miscalculated. It's not yet the 20th of November, so we still have the full 2 months ahead of us. There is also a party, and the party is behind him. So let's wait and see these 2 months. We know, all of us, that, politicians, even if they come from the business circles, they do what is, and Trump is actually, I don't think he's that much in negotiations.
Tatiana,
he does something that's good for
the twist could
America.
be, the twist could be that the Democratic Party tries to end this before Trump comes in, on their terms. But I think there's not going to be enough time for that, especially because Putin knows that Trump is going to call it off anyway. So right now, I think it's advantage Putin. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for that. And viewers, tomorrow is the India Economic Summit here at the Republic News Media Headquarters. And we have the Finance Minister joining us around noon, and a lot of luminaries from the corporate world and those who understand and analyze the Indian economy. That's tomorrow all day. We'll be cutting live to that, large chunks of it. So see you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Director, the taste of success.